Welcome to the DTC Insider podcast, where online business owners come to find actionable tips and tactics to grow their businesses. Now, here's your host, Brian Roisentul.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the DTC Insider podcast. I'm Brian Roisentul, your host, and today I'm super excited because we have another tactical episode, and it's a very interesting one because, I interviewed a lot of people, over 200 people on the podcast, 7, 8, 9-figure companies, and of course, well-known companies such as Disney and Patagonia, and we work with a lot of beautiful brands at my agency, BSR Digital, and I learned a lot. So through my newsletter, the DTC Insider, and the podcast, this one, I'm always trying to deliver as much value as possible. The thing is that on the podcast, typically it's interviews so far. So I'm launching, these second episodes during the week to add value myself and not only that or mainly the guests, which is the reason I interview people, to learn from them and for you to learn from them. So today I have something that I think could be valuable to you. And it's that these successful brands I've been interviewing, they have many things in common. And one of them is that they create their own sales pitch. And with this, I mean that whenever you plan a year, let's say 2025, the first thing you do or the first thing you should be doing is that you are identifying your seasonalities, right? The good months, the bad ones, etc. The thing is that these brands don't stop there. They identify potential sales peaks. So let's say June is not the best month for you. It's actually one of the worst ones. And there's a potential sales peak there. What can you do about it? Well, it's not only a discount. If you're thinking that, you're not alone. Many brands think that. But the thing is that you can do many more things like those. You can do, of course, a discount, but you can do a strategic product release, and I'm going to talk about this in a second. You can partner up with a brand. You can do a time-limited product, time-limited offer. You can do whatever you want, but you can celebrate brand anniversary, but it's not only a discount, right? The thing about product is that I said that I was going to come back to that point, and it's people think about product releases wrong. If you think about movie releases, let's say the Halloween movie, when do they release the Halloween movie? Probably early October. Nobody's interested in a Halloween movie in May, but they probably shoot it the year before and they have it ready to launch in May, but they don't launch it in May. Again, nobody would be interested. They wait until it's the right time. Do you do the same with the product launches? Probably not. Probably you're saying, well, Brian, I don't know. If you ever own a brand, hey, when you have a product ready to launch, you want to launch it. I know. Sometimes the market is asking for it because of timing reasons, but for most products, for the evergreen products, there's no such thing. Of course, you're not going to launch a summer product in winter, right? But one thing is to launch it as soon as it arrives to the country, which is what most brands I know do. And another one is to say, hey, if we are going to be launching this product and it's going to arrive this date and we have next month, which is awful, why don't we do something using that product in this month that is typically awful? And we do something else in the other month that is not awful typically, right? So the extra incentives for the audience, such as launching a product, could be used wisely in a month that is not usually that good. The thing is that most brands would love doing this, but they can't. You know why? Because there's one big caveat, and it's that for this to happen, they need to plan ahead. And most brands I know don't plan ahead. Again, I'm not pointing fingers and not blaming you. I'm just pointing the facts, at least from the brands I speak with. Planning ahead a year is tough. It's easy to say it, I know, but it's tough. But there's a better way, easier way, more digestible way to make it work. So why don't you try it out? At least try listening to it and then see if it works for you. What if we, instead of planning the whole year, we set a goal for the year, a growth goal, typically, of course, why not? But then we break that goal down into quarterly goals. So again, we have the yearly goal and then we break it down into 4 quarterly goals. Now it's more manageable. If we zoom in into the first one, let's say Q1, of course, it's not that goal divided 4 quarters because each quarter is different, different seasonalities, commercial dates, etc. But let's say we're planning Q1. We forecast the goal for Q1, the annual goal. We extrapolate that and what it means for Q1. And we might add some other goal. It's not only a revenue goal. It could be starting a subscription. It could be starting to work with at least 100 influencers and having 1% of sales coming from influencers, I don't know, launching a new ad platform or whatever, right? A new product line. But the thing is that the goals shouldn't be more than 2 to 3. It should be something manageable. If it's manageable, it's good and it's doable. If it's not manageable, you're not going to be able to stick to it. So again, the yearly goals, Q1 goals, 2 to 3 goals, and then we don't stop there. We turn those goals into actions, high-level actions, not the day-to-day actions, the high-level actions. So for example, if we want to start the subscription for that quarter, if that's the goal, the high-level action is to, find the tool to use for the subscriptions, find the offer, define the offer. Like those are like the high-level goals. We are not going to define the lower level actions, not goals, actions for now. So we have the goal, the yearly goal, the quarterly goal, the high level actions. And now what we need to do is to define for each high level action multiple actions that are going to be turned into tasks. So again, we have the high level actions, and then we will need to have the actions that are going to be turned into tasks. So I don't know, to find the tool for a subscription. Okay, so to define the tool, we need to do the research to find tools, to list them in a spreadsheet or whatever, to decide which one, to jump on demo calls, and then to get the ups and downs or pros and cons of every single one of them and get approval from the board or from whatever, right? Even if it's from yourself, you need to decide with information. So that's the thing that you're going to do for that single action. Those are the multiple tasks for tasks that is, tool for the subscription. Then when you have the subscription program, you need to define if it's going to be what benefit you're going to offer in exchange of people subscribing, if you're going to offer exclusive benefits, blah, 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 right? There are many things that you need to do, but you start small. With that, you turned a big goal and probably no actions or, scattered actions into quarterly goals. And for each quarter, their own goals, their own high-level actions, and from those high-level actions, the multiple doable, implementable. So that was it, guys. This was today's episode. I hope it was valuable, and if it did, if you found it valuable, please leave us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And by the way, if you are a 7+ figure brand and you need help with growing your brand, probably you're in revenue plateau, probably you're wanting to grow, but you can't do it profitably, then we can help you. We are not just the ads guys or the email guys. We are true growth marketers. We put a lot of knowledge and we share a lot of knowledge through the newsletter and now through these episodes as well. And from time to time, we do live webinars. So if you want us to show you even more value, we can do, just because you listen to this episode, we can do a deep dive analysis at no cost to you of your business and give you insights for implementing yourself with your team, or if you want us to do it, why not with us? If that's you, please send me an email at brian@bsrdigital.com. Okay? Thank you.
This episode was brought to you by BSR Digital. We help DTC brands grow through paid ads and email marketing campaigns. If you'd like us to help your business grow, head on over to bsrdigital.com and schedule a call with us.